What's up guys, welcome to my 5 favorite Paragon farming builds for season 27 patch 274. I'm gonna include some bonus picks at the end, so stay tuned for that. One thing to realize is I'm not saying these are the best Paragon farming builds. These are my favorite builds that I have fun with. A lot of people tend to like the type of builds I like to play. Tanky builds, chill builds, Netflix and chill type of setups. Builds you can just zonk out, kick back, and enjoy the grind, you know? But please use these builds as a template for your own setups. Make that Paragon farmer badass angel demon thing of your dreams, okay? Please hit the like button as it really does help the channel grow. If you haven't already, subscribe or hit the bell notification. A lot of my videos don't actually reach all my subscribers. There is no particular order of like best to worst, but I will say which one is by far the best Paragon farmer if you just want to play like the meta, I guess. All these builds were tested with around 1100 Paragon, the same gem levels. I purposely didn't level my gems past 76. As you can see, Bane of the Trapped and Teguk and even Zays, just so there's continuity between, there's no like crazy things, right? And a lot of times I did look for like really good maps, and then I looked for really bad maps to get an idea for both of them, how they both perform in every type of setting. We're starting off, as you can tell, with the Demon Hunter. It's a fire shadow strafe build. Spin to win builds are not a new thing here to Diablo 3, but for Shadow, it got added this patch this season. And again, I will have builds after the gameplay for every single setup. It's not as fast as God DH. It's not as tanky as God DH. This is a really good build for pushing, but this is a Paragon farming video. And in my opinion, this outclasses Marauder, UE, anything else you want to bring it up against. This is really, really good for this particular season for Paragon farming. The fire rune hits so damn hard, and in general, as you can see, this is one of the top Paragon farmers, and I can only imagine if more Paragon, more optimization, and all that is just be even better. We're getting on 110s, which is pretty much the benchmark that all these builds are tested. 110s, you know, we're getting around the 3-minute mark consistently on really good maps, even faster than that. And like I said, this is with the tanky chill setup. You can obviously strip things away and do more damage and get faster clear times. You know, I normally play hardcore, so a lot of my builds are designed to be able to tank and spank a little bit more than squishy, wishy, washy. Here is the setup. Again, I always go kind of fast. And my website will have all these builds before the season goes live. I just haven't, I don't have all the D3 planner links all perfectly able to share yet. A lot of it is just like a cluster. I have everything kind of jumbled. But this is the setup basically. The theme for this particular build, Strafe now casts your last non-channeled hatred spending ability. So all you have to do is use Impale before you Strafe, and that's essentially it. Grenade is what I choose for my generator, but you can use any generator you want. It procs Raps of Clarity for more tankiness. The Firebird build once again rises from the nerfed ashes, and what we get is an incredible Paragon farming build. Also incredible T16 build if you watch my T16 video, link in the description. Tons of mobility. Really chill, easy to play the way we designed it, right? All you do is tap Disintegrate and use Magic Missile. The seasonal theme for Wizard, if you don't know, Magic Missile is spread out like a fire multi-shot Demon Hunter, and it just destroys the battlefield. All you have to do is tag them with Disintegrate and then hit them with Magic Missile and you're good to go. Everything else I designed are just passive buffs with the setup. It's really fun to play. I was planning on going Barb Satyr, but this is kind of knocking Crusader out of the running for me a little bit, just because, you know, I like Wizard and this build is so chill to play. This is one of the few legendaries powers I hope that they keep in the main game, as it's just gives Wizards something that they never had previously. And that was a super fast like bounty build, T16 build, and Paragon farming build. In my opinion, that's where they were lacking the most. And now that they have it, I just don't ever want it to go away. So hopefully Blizzard adds it to the base game. I would be appreciative of that. We're gonna get into the build in a second, but I'm also rocking the new Guardian set because I'm able to just kind of squeeze in the 2-piece. So if you don't know what the new Guardian set is, the 2-piece, you gain an additional 100% of your base strength, dexterity, intelligence, and vitality. So you don't need the 3-piece bonus. You just need to rock the 2-piece with the set. So I think this is really good. You can make this early game, and you have a lot of early game power with everything. And you have enough shields to keep up Squirt's Necklace. This build is just great all around. Here's what the build looks like. Again, that Guardian set. I'll just show you. My D3 planner will have the exact optimization because I'm not always able to get all the stats I want. I already sit here and roll for hours a day. So yeah, if you want the exact rolls, but this is what I had in the video, so you can kind of see the setup. And again, a lot of wiggle room. You can take off furnace, add whatever you want. You can add the orb of infinite depth with explosive blast to get more damage and more survivability even. You can drop FNR, go COE or whatever. There's lots of different combos. Again, use this as a base to build whatever you want off of, right? Hulk smash. It's now time for the Barbarian build. I decided to go with Hoda. I feel like it outperforms Whirlwind with my current parameters that I set with 1,000 Paragon, gem levels, all that stuff. It just is way consistent. It hits really hard. Both legendary powers you get for the season are very good. There is the Hoda rune where you see this giant shockwave like on the screen here. That is amazing. It scales well with power. Again, really good for speed Paragon farming. Also, the new Tempest power where you get 100% damage buff is also great. The only downside is you have to have Wrath of Berserker up and you have to tag the enemies with it. But it is really powerful as well. I was getting kind of similar times with it, but I just felt like the Hoda Shockwave, you always have it. It's just more consistent. And the omnidirectional, well, you typically hit in front of you anyway, but you know, there's always enemies to the side of you, sometimes behind you. So that omnidirectional power, I feel like just gives you that much more wave clear, that much more progression, and you clear rifts more per hour that way. I just felt like it more consistent, and it looks obviously cooler. So I'm gonna side with the thing that looks badass. Really easy to get the weapons. All you gotta do is use the angel crack on the remorseless weapon, and then you get the max multiplier, everything. And then all you need is an Ingeom, an ancient Ingeom for your offhand. So it's really easy to gear for. You could put a Band of Might in the cube. In general, Lot is harder to gear for, but the weapons are pretty easy, mainly this season because of the seasonal theme. Here's the setup I have for it. Right now I'm currently using the Shockwave, but again, all you would do is switch out the Tempest one if you have it. It's pretty much the same build. Here's the actual setup here. Go through all the things for you guys, and then just go through the gear in case you don't know what it is by looking at it. Sometimes I forget, like new players, they don't know what, you know. Hellfire, I'm using Ruthless. Ruthless is really important. If you're playing hardcore, I'd probably drop Brawler for cheat death, just in case you disconnect, you get that disconnect protection. For our neighborhood skeleton commanders, the Necromancer, I decided to go with Trigul with the Bloodtide Blade, the big Death Nova build. It's pretty simple to play, and if you don't know, it's pretty tanky. You're talking about millions of health you're gonna have on this character because of the set redesign. So all you do is you're basically just porting around with Blood Rush, and then I like to use Bone Armor stun on COE cycle. So you're just stunning on physical cycle and just holding down Siphon Blood, and you can even manually cast it if you want. You do so much damage. You're absolutely just murder 110s with the setup. It's still an amazing push build. The nerfs to Trigul mostly hit the group play, not necessarily the solo play. As you can see here in the video, it can keep up with some of the best Paragon farmers. Another cool thing about Necromancer is COE. Yeah, there's only 3 elements for COE, so it has effectively a 33% uptime. Really good to use. Where like in other classes, other speed builds, I usually go for the Stone of Jordan because you get a little bit of elemental damage and then you get a little bit of elite damage. So it's a lot more effective for uptime, but you know, 33% is pretty high. So I like to go with that. And it's usually up every elite pack. So then I just go to an elite, stun them with physical, kill them, and then move on. A lot of the stuff I designed in the build is really passive, like the Aura of Frailty is just tagging mobs. It's proccing your passive, spreading Malediction. It's proccing your belt. Everything is really about as auto as it can go, you know, which is saying a lot because Necromancer usually has to deal with corpses and all kinds of things. All right, so I'm rocking that Awe Guild set, Haunted Visions, Ring of Royal Grandeur. Like that, you can kind of see everything. The legendary power I'm using is the Death Nova power, obviously. Siphon Blood. Potency for that armor since I don't have any pets in this setup. Like that. Stewards for that movement speed. But you can drop Stewies and use whatever you want if you don't need that extra kick. And finally, the king of the Paragon farming patch this season, unless it gets nerfed. As of right now, King Cucumber is Monk, Wave of Light, Legacy of Dreams build. Drop a few bells, trigger those bells with any spell you like. I like to use Cyclone Strike as it procs my Lefebvre's anyway, so it's like a win-win and it groups up the enemies. Even more of a big win-win. Monk is so damn strong. I don't know if the developers play Monk these days because we had a couple seasons of Innas. Now we have a couple seasons of Wave of Light Monk just absolutely crushing, obliterating everything. I don't know. We'll have to see what's up with that. Again, if there are any nerfs, I will make correction videos and put them in the description or the top comment. Witch Doctor got completely removed from the game on our last T16 video, so I will be doing a video to replace Doc. Doc has a very good speed build still, so it's nothing to worry about. I just need to add the correction video out there to fix. But yeah, Monk, drop bells, trigger bells, win, kick ass. It's really, really powerful. Monk is gonna be doing this to like 120s or even more later on. So you can see I can clear this fast with just my low Paragon. So if you were to add somebody with 2, 3, 4,000 Paragon, they're gonna just be murking 120s easily with this setup. And again, I'm not even using a Squirt's Necklace or anything sweaty. A lot of my builds, like I said, are hardcore focus or just tanky softcore builds to chill with. So you can definitely add more damage, higher risk, higher reward kind of thing. But like if you want the absolute meta, the best thing to play, it's going to be Wave of Light, just so you guys have that information. I'm probably not going to play Monk. I've played Wave of Light so many years at this point. I think I'm tapped out, but I do like that it's a different mechanic where it's not just spamming Wave of Light. You actually have to, like, you know, place the bells and then trigger the bells. So at least that's something different. All right, let's get into the build here. We have Zoe's Kryn Gaze, a Hellfire Amulet with near death, the cheat death. You can use anything you want. Again, you can go Squirts and however you want to shake it out. You can go Witching Hour. I like Vigilante Belt. I think I even use Vigilante Belt in Hoda Barb for the cooldown, because it's just all about utility. We have enough damage, right? It's just all about having our cooldowns, having that utility. We don't want to get caught with stone gauntlets and then be moving like, yeah, know what I'm saying? So I prefer the utility, but again, use whatever you like. You know, this is just my play style here. So this is the Monk. I did promise some bonus builds, okay? Because I knew that there was no Crusader or Witch Doctor. I just didn't find a 110 speed build with these parameters that I really enjoyed enough to showcase. That's why I made it a top 5 video, but I will show you builds that have been working like on a 100 to 105 pretty fastly, okay? Here's a Sacrifice Paragon build. You just spam Sacrifice, keep up 5 stacks of it, and then your pets do the damage, group them up with Piranha Nado. For legendary power, I use the Garg one, so you can have the extra Gargs and the zombie dogs to use Sacrifice. Here's the setup. Again, going really fast. You might want to play in 0.25, but here's the build. Boom, 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 boom. Even more than that, I think I enjoyed the Wildwood Paragon Farmer. This is with the Mundy. We like to call it Ted Mundy. It's kind of a bad joke. Here's the setup here. Creeping Death, passive. Creeping Death is really important. Obviously, you can use Squirts like we always say in the setup. Prananado. So right now, the Bogadal rune is bugged. So this is a big thing to note. If Bogadal was not bugged, I can get an accurate speed test on it. So again, I might do a follow-up video, but yeah, right now it's like I don't want to put content out that's not correct. So here's the rest of the build. So if they've patched Bogadal and it's really good, then I will do a follow-up again, top comment description of the video here. So yeah, there you go. Here's my Fist of Heaven Paragon build. Man, this absolutely obliterates speed 100. So if you're the type of person that doesn't even go past like 100, then this is for you. Or like 100 to 105 you can do, especially with optimization. Here's the build. This is incredible. It's just that once the mobs get more health, you stop one tapping and then it starts slowing things down too much. Indestructible passive. Right, all you do is kind of ride on your pony and then spam Fist of Heavens, keep up your buffs. And that's pretty much it right here. So it's this. Don't look over on the right side. This is just something else, but yeah. Pretty good. Easy to get Ingium, easy to get the max level Rapid Strike with the seasonal theme. Again, the weapons are pretty chill this time around. You can follow me live, twitch.tv/Bluddshed. I stream Diablo every season. A lot of the season, I play multiple characters. I usually will play on 2 accounts to get that fresh feeling because I like fresh starts. Play hardcore, sometimes play softcore with my community. I have more videos planned. I have updates planned for the website. So lots of things happening. It just takes time. We still have probably like a month or at least 3 weeks for the season to start. So I got plenty of time to slowly get everything dialed in here. Thank you so much for watching. This is Bluddshed and I'm out of here. Peace.